Whew. Ah. Okay, I'm hot. All right. Woo! This is how I get ready for video.
This is gonna be in the beginning of the video.
Today we have a special treat for you. We are looking at the Numeracy trilogy, and the one we're focusing on is the Zerda Fox. Foxy. So today, brought out the bow for something a little special and cute and fun. So it is by Shepherd Kid Games, and as I said before, it's part of a trilogy. So we have 2 other videos that have been produced, not by us, but by other contributors, and at the end of the video, you'll be able to see where you can find them. So I think we're ready to just kind of jump right in.
Let's go for it.
Yahoo! Let's check it out.
Players are in a race to deliver cupcakes to the Zerda Fox at the end of the road. Along the way will be other creatures who you will share cupcakes with. The first player to make it to the end with at least 1 cupcake left wins.
First, we'll start with the basic gameplay rules for the Zerda Fox. There are a few actions a player can take, beginning with move. Starting from a tent, a player can move to an adjacent space. Later, you can continue to follow the connected spaces, moving 1 space per turn. After you move to a space, depending on the color, you can draw a card according to that space color. You will discard cupcakes following the creature's appetite, which is listed on the bottom of the card. Once you've paid out cupcakes, you will return the card to the bottom of the deck that it was taken from. 2. You can take from the cupcake supply. You can have a maximum of 15 cupcakes, but if you have less than that, you can choose not to move and take 1 cupcake from the supply. Third action is the ice cream collection. Players can also choose to stay and collect an ice cream of their choice instead of a cupcake. Each flavor of ice cream can replace a cupcake when they match the symbol that's on one of the cards that you may draw on a subsequent turn. These ice creams are in play for as long as the game continues. In the basic game, the first player to arrive at the ending point with at least 1 cupcake remaining will be the winner and will be rewarded the super ice cream. In the complete rules, there are a few differences. First, you'll notice that there are balloons on the board marked 1, 2, and 3. In the basic rules, to finish the game, a player needs to reach the end point once, and they end the game. In the complete rules, a player needs to reach the ending point 3 separate times. Additionally, you'll also receive 12 cupcakes instead of 15. In the advanced rules, there are even more things that you can add to the game. First, you can decide to join a race, Archaic, Mythic, Elfie, or Horizon. You can choose one of these before starting the game. When encountering creatures from the same race, which are listed on the card, no cupcakes are required to feed them. You can also do a super mix, where you mix the cards, so instead of having them on the separate colors and matching the colors of the cards, you mix them all up and you split them evenly between the different colors on the board. We also have the 6th event die. So besides the original 3 actions, move, supply, and collect ice cream, you have a 4th action, and this is to roll the magical die, which can give you more ice cream, or supplying cupcakes, or peeking at a card from a random pile. All right, so now we're ready to give our review of the Zerda Fox. What do you think?
I like this one. I like this one the most.
Yes.
Out of the 3 games. So we are covering this one, but I have to say, as an adult going into this game, I liked it a lot. Part of the reason was because I won.
Of course.
But I like it a lot. It's like counting cards, basically. You have the different piles of cards. You know that it's either going to be 1, 2, 3, or 4 costs, so you know how to prepare for it. And just a little hint on what my strategy was. You let the other people go first on spaces that are in front of you, and you kind of let them, waste their little cupcakes, and then that's how you get to keep it all at the end. You get to go there.
Oh my goodness.
So, I can't tell you this when we're playing the game, because I'm competing with you, right?
But you're giving away strategies. Now, to be fair, I don't think going on the edges was the way to go, because you only had one path, versus if you were in the middle, you can take two paths, right?
No. It's better to go on the edge, in my opinion. I like that because you know exactly what you're getting, so you know how to prepare for it.
That's also true.
When you just change where you want to go on a whim, it's kind of... Yeah, okay, well, this is for the kids to decide and figure out for themselves. So...
Yeah, we're looking at it from, like, the adult perspective. Well, let's, strategize and, let's count these cards. Kids are not really... I mean, it's good to exercise their memory, right, of what card was next, but I'm pretty sure the kids are not...
But the fact that we can even talk about that means that there's something there for the kids to strategize about. It's not, roll and then move a couple spaces and whatever happens, happens. Like, there's a lot of freedom of your choice. You can pick where you want to start, which is great. You get to pick the spaces you want to move to because a lot of them fork. Right. And you get to, make a choice if you want to, collect resources or move forward or even have like different variations of the game for the advanced or the complete game. So there's a lot of flexibility in the game itself.
Yes, and I like the fact that they started in the game with basic, and then you can go into advanced. So the basic was, you literally followed the paths. If you landed on a colored circle, then you grab a card of that colored circle, you pay whatever cupcakes, were listed. Very straightforward, trying to get to the end, and it's a one-time pass, like you go through once. When you got to the advanced rules, they're making it a little bit more difficult by mixing up all the piles, so you don't really know what you're getting. You're picking from the purple stack if you land on a purple space. Well, we don't know what card you're getting. So it's a bit of a surprise there. And you had to go through 3 times. Yes. In order to win, successfully. So I thought that was kind of neat. And then I think they had other variants on top of that, which is cool because it's that shows to replayability. Because kids, sometimes it's repetitive. They get bored. You want to jazz it up, and for the adults too.
But I like it because the board just stays the same, and it's not a very big board either.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you just change it in the options that you have, or how long the game's going to be, how complicated you want to make it, and there you go. Like, it was enough for us to play it a few times.
Yeah. I think we played it like at least 2 or 3 times. So I mean, if that's enough if it's enough to capture my interest, because I'm always like, okay, next thing, and I wanted to play it again. So I enjoyed it, and I think kids would enjoy it too. And like I said, replayability is important here. I mean, I don't know how close to market this is, like ready for market, but I mean, it's overall I thought a pretty good game.
It feels very finished. Like, this is ready to be on a shelf already.
Yeah, I agree. Like, the bits and components were really nice, I do wish the card area was maybe a little bit bigger, or the colors around the cards were different. I just found it hard to see. Right? And kids are not going to put everything back super neat, so you have to make it really obvious and give them room to be a little messy if they need to be. Yeah. So, I don't know. And I mean, the theme overall, ice cream, cupcakes, unicorns. I mean, even the scary dragons were cute. Like. Yeah,
exactly. The art in it is just, it's beautiful. Like, it's so clean, it's bright, it's great for kids. It's great to look at, honestly, and it's also great to photograph. I do like how between the 3 different games, your character actually progresses, and how, how beefed up they are. You start as like little babies. This is the middle game, so we're kind of like, that middle point, I turned from a little cheetah with darts to now a full-fledged archer, and then the later one you get a rocket launcher. So I do like how they paid attention to that, and they just didn't reuse the art assets. They actually made it, like the actual progression of it in terms of like, how complicated it is, and like for the ages. Yeah, it just makes sense.
I did notice that. They went from like, a fairly straightforward game, a little bit more complexity in the next game, and then you can see that they're kind of tying things in. So it's basically that mindset, things you use in the first 2, okay, see how that works, and you can apply it to the last. So it's a nice story. Exactly. So I thought that was really good. So, I mean, can we think of anything that this game is comparable to?
Oh gosh, like, I can't think of anything then something like...
Like, it seems different to me that they do this kind of trilogy thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Especially something in, like, a consistent theme and universe. Definitely nothing like this. I want to say Candyland, but it does this a disservice by saying that.
I know, right? Yeah. Like, it's not the same game, and I understand what you're saying by that, but I guess that would be the closest comparison if you're trying to think of, okay, what have I played before and could be similar, but I do think that this one, does something a lot more. Yeah. Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think, I don't know, we talked about game mechanics, we talked about...
the art, we talked about, replayability is there too.
Yeah, and we talked about that exactly because of the different levels of difficulty and strategies that you can choose. And so I don't know. I mean, overall, I liked it. So as an adult, I think it'd be great if you were playing it with other adults, or if you're playing it with your children. You're not gonna be bored, and the kids won't be bored. They'll enjoy it, and it's cute. Exactly. So I mean, you're still. It's not. Sometimes games, you worry about being too violent or negative, and I find this one still was really, really nice touch to it. The art was cute, and the kids, I think would have a really good time with it. And it's ice cream and cupcakes. Who doesn't like that? And if you don't, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do have to point out one other thing is that as an adult playing with kids, you're not going to feel like the adult's going to be able to pull away and necessarily win because they're the adult. I feel everyone has an equal chance in doing well in the game.
Exactly. So I think that's it. We've covered it. Check it out. Like I said, we're just doing the Zerda Fox, but there are 2 others. So at the end of the video, check them out as well. And you never know, you might like the entire trilogy. So that's it for now, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Make sure to check out all 3 games in the Numeracy Legends trilogy.
Hey guys, it's Steph. If you want to learn more about Numeracy Legends and the Rainbow Unicorn, you can check out my YouTube channel at Pumpkin312.
If you'd like to learn more about Numeracy Legends and the Zelda Fox, check out our YouTube channel, To Die For Games.
It's Roy Kane from Epic Gaming Night, and make sure to go to my channel to get the 3rd game in the series, a 1 vs. many kid game called The Gluttony Dragon.